want you beside me. My problems have all gone. There's no one here to ride me. But
What the fuck?
France, hello. Have you ever played APB?
Hey, you. You're finally awake.
The GTA 5 clone releasing in 2010 didn't work out too well, looks like, because it was then re-released by a different company under a brand new name, APB Reloaded. Now, for some of you guys, you might be confused. What the fuck is APB? Well, it kind of makes sense because this game is a lot more common on consoles. The best way to explain it is it's a GTA 5 clone that never really got finished, but did get published. And I hope to give you guys a little bit of an explanation on what happened. So, it all started in 2005. David Jones, one of the original creators of the first and second GTA and the original Crackdown, at that point, everybody knew who this person was. The designer had an idea for a game that was a combination between the two, and they immediately started working on it, getting almost $100 million in funding. And having a rockstar team to support it, everyone expected this to be a hit. And with the list containing things such as factions, gangs, territory wars, notoriety, robberies, and levels, it was expected to compete with GTA 5 on a 1-to-1 scale, creating the first crime life MMO that was supposed to go big. Not much happened until 2008, until David Jones talked about it, saying that it will be releasing that year, surprisingly. Reports came out that levels, in fact, were not going to exist, and it was supposed to be appearance-based. Shortly after, it was pushed back to 2010. And boy, was 2010 a year for them. Before the game even came out, they were hit with massive backlash, all from what it seemed to be stemming from a weird financing structure where you pay $50 outright for the game for 50 hours of gameplay, and then after that, the player must pay $7 for every 20 hours of gameplay. And soon the game was released, but sadly there was an embargo on it for a week after the game came out. You were not allowed to make any content. And with this game coming out in 2010, with there being lots of competition, the gameplay wasn't great, the graphics wasn't great, nothing that they really promised was in the game. So you can kind of guess where this went. They declared bankruptcy within the same year. It was eventually picked up in 2011 by a company called Gamers First. They wanted to make it completely free to play with none of that pay-to-win bullshit. And from there, it sits on Steam with mixed reviews until eventually everyone forgets that it existed. But I remember playing it as a kid, so I just wanted to make this as a glory piece to an old friend. But wait a minute. If I'm the only one on, and there's no NPC police... And that's the story of APB. I just wanted to thank you all for sitting there and actually spending your time listening to my dumbass speak. And I hope all of you guys have an amazing 2022.